in the city of Tabriz in Iraq, you will be able today to find a painting of the prophet of Muhammad. Yes, Muslims also have painted pictures of Muhammad. He is riding a camel, and following him is Jesus riding on a donkey. Throughout history, also Muslims have tried to find prophecies in the Old Testament that pointed forward to Muhammad. And here's one example, and you guessed it right, it is an example from the book of Isaiah. In Isaiah 21, you read the following prophecy about the fall of Babylon. Thus the Lord said to me, Go set a watchman, let him announce what he sees. When he sees riders, horsemen in pairs, riders on donkeys, riders on camels, let him listen diligently, very diligently. Then he who saw cried out, Up on a watchtower I stand, O Lord, continually by day, and at my post I am stationed whole nights. And behold, here comes riders, horsemen in pairs. And he answered, Fallen, fallen is Babylon, and all the carved images of her gods he has shattered to the ground. This is a text that has been used by Muslims throughout the history to point to Muhammad. Of course, that is not really what the text talks about. It does talk about the fall of Babylon. Babylon fell many times throughout history. The Assyrian kings repeatedly had to conquer Babylon to reinstall themselves as kings of Babylon. And then the Persian king, Cyrus the Great, conquered Babylon in 539 BC. In the context, that is most likely the fall of Babylon to which the prophet refers, because in the opening in verse 2 of this section in chapter 21, he speaks about Elam and Media, which are nations or people groups in modern Persia or Iran. That is the area from which Cyrus came. It is, by the way, interesting that this particular text, especially verse 9, is quoted also in the New Testament in the last book of the Bible, in Revelation. Here, the pattern of history of Babylon is reused in a symbolic manner. The New Testament speaks about the spiritual Babylon. The geographical, local historical connections are gone. We are now in a greater battle between good and evil. And the second of three angels in Revelation 14, in verse 8, quotes here from Isaiah 21:9, Fallen, fallen is Babylon. I hope that this taste, this appetizer from the book of Isaiah, will inspire you to follow along on the tidbits, where I will go through chapter by chapter or section by section, go through the book in a more systematic manner. Thank you for listening. I'm Dr. Petersen, and hope to see you back.